got the 4 directions laid out. Not necessarily, it's just the way that I do things. North, south, east, and west. It correlates to the elements. It correlates to beginnings, middle of the day, the end of the day, and the nighttime. But it doesn't really matter. We'll see where these goes. The decks that I'm using is this one, Tree Keeper's Oracle. Interesting that I just received this and it didn't have a book. And I go, oh, I mean, I just bought it. And I went, I think I just bought a counterfeit. And when I went online, I did. So I'm buying the regular one so that I can support the creators, the artists, and I'm not going back to that store again. That's a shame that they're selling. Maybe they don't even know. But anyway, I will get the new deck if some of you notice that, hey, that's a small deck. And then I'm also using Return of Spirit. And that's the real deck. So let's take a look at Tree Keeper's Oracle. And we will start out with East, because I always start out in the beginning. Don't ask me why. Sometimes I mix it up. But today we are starting in the beginning. In the sunrise, the East. And this is all about... okay, this is all about Tree Keeper of Beginnings. Ah, how beautiful. Let me see if I can get more light on this. I don't know if it does show up, but Keeper of Beginnings. I've got my camera switched around, so now it's trying to focus in on things. Keeper of the Beginnings. And the Return of Spirit card says, wow, manifest. And I think about what we are trying to manifest here. What is that? It's harmony. It's compassion. It's the end of wars, senseless wars. And I think about the Ukraine situation and Russia situation. I think about the Middle East, the Palestine, Israel, and it goes on deeper in there, in Africa too. It gets overwhelming, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I go back to manifest what we want. Don't get caught up in the negativity. Get caught up in the positivity of things. In the South, the tree is suggesting us, there we go, Keeper of Focus. Look at that. Look at that little creature. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Keeper of Focus. When we go into this circle, what I just said when we get sidetracked from the intention, the main intention of why we're here, and we get different things, different thoughts popping into our brains, like if we're meditating on something, and then a little thought comes in. Let the thought come in and say, thank you, I hear you, I'm going to put you in a box, and I'm going to come back to you later. But right now, my focus is on manifesting peace. Thank you. And the Return of Spirit card, okay. Storm. Storm. Sorry for that little glare. We certainly feel like we are in a storm. And in that storm, it's really important to keep focused. Now, the circle is about peace, love, compassion. But when you're in the storm, there are certain things that you need to do to prepare for the storm, to clean up after the storm. So, and in the storm, there is some protection that needs to happen too. How do you keep yourself safe in the storm? So we're not trying to let that go, but if we're not in the storm right now, and I think about that because it's raining outside and I am in a storm, and I did my preparations, and I do a battery backups, and I am staying safe. Now I can focus on getting back to sending positive vibes out and being part of this circle. We go to the West, and the West is, for me, is all about waters, healing, and the card that we get is Keeper of the Invisibles. Keeper of the Invisibles. Wow. And I go back to thinking of water. When you're looking at the ocean, you have no idea what's underneath there until you jump in. And although it seems scary, this invisible world scary, when you get underwater, it's magical. And the return of spirit, right. Not that we are right, but right from this invisible space. This is like trance writing. Go into that space and just do automatic writing. This is what my message I'm getting for me. For this circle. For this world peace. How do we stay there? I don't know. I haven't written it down yet, but I will. Fun. Thank you. I get this right every now and again, and I keep thinking, oh man, I need to finish up my journal. Okay, not finish it up. There's no finish. It's just continue it. Okay, next card, Keeper. I should have looked at this first. Keeper of the Wild. Keeper. Oh, she's going into a tree. Yeah, I really need bigger cards. Keeper of the Wild. Yes. Yes. What does that mean to you? Oh, I get so many images, I can't even talk about it. And it's being enhanced by intuition. When we get into this invisible quiet time, and we let our imaginations go wild and not limit them. Imagine a world where everyone respects everything. The rocks respect the people. The people respect the rocks. And if we have to use something from Mother Earth, we thank it, we respect it, and we become part of that, whatever it is that we use. Today, what we do, we just throw things away. We buy them, they're shiny, use them, throw them away. They don't become part of us like they used to. All right, so we've got our directions: intuition, manifest, storm, and write. And the trees are saying beginnings, focus, invisible, wild. And the three cards in the center. Up. To me, this could be many things. This could be Sky Father, which is in the center of my of my circle. Sky Father, up. Star beings, raising our vibration up. Okay, I may have gotten that wrong. Celestial. Okay. Definitely. Thank you for the confirmation. And it feels like for me, when I'm thinking about this, I think about Sky Father and I get the up card. I think about Mother Earth, I get celestial. And I go, ooh, Mother Earth, as I think down into grounding myself, it's more celestial than I am even aware of. And the last card we get is music. And I put these two together and I get celestial music from Mother Earth. So as we find ourselves in this circle, listen to the invisible celestial music that we are creating, that we are putting into Gaia, that we are putting into our celestial up sky beings. All right, thank you all for being in this circle. Thank you for spreading light, love, compassion out to our fellow men and women, all the beings, the tree people, the rock people, the water beings. Peace and love.